Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live and up on Games Workshop's web store. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for daily videos, reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Horus Heresy, and pretty much any of Games Workshop's tabletop games. So the big release this week is the Kill Team Shadowvaults. Obviously, two new Kill Teams. And then we've got also the terrain set as well, game board. It is an expansion, doesn't quite have everything you need to play, but very cool, especially coming on the heels of our Into the Dark set. So now you can basically put the two together and then potentially play 40k breaching actions, which is like 500 point or combat patrol games inside of the Gallo Dark spaceship terrain. So very cool, $185 for that. Next, we have the War of the Fang Special Edition. So we know this is limited to 1,500 copies. It's limited on their website to one per person. And this will, for sure, sell out. These are always gone very, very quickly. So if you are interested in this, make sure you get your copy before they're gone. And then we have a bunch of Lord of the Rings miniatures. I believe these are all coming back for a limited time. Wasn't a ton of detail, but we have Boromir for $18. Elendil and Isildur for $38. Mahud Warrior Warband 60, Muhad Raiders for 38, Muhad King for 32, Haradrim King for 32, Blackroot Vale Commanders for 15. So some cool models there, for Lord of the Rings stuff. Next we have the Adeptus Titanicus Match Play Guide. So this is only $27. That is kind of surprising. GW doesn't sell too many books at $27, so that is cool. I'm sure it has something to do with the lack of popularity for the game. Next we have the Kill Team playing cards. Just want to take a closer look at these and see if they actually show any more pictures. Okay, yeah, so here we have, so no actual like text or anything on them, just the suit and then which card it is, etc. And then the pictures as well. Pretty cool overall. Gotta say they look good. $18 for these. So if you're just into playing cards or you did want to use these to generate a mission or a map at random, this is the perfect thing for it. But just regular playing cards, pretty cool overall. I think I like them. $18. You can get a deck of playing cards for $1, but can you get Kill Team playing cards for $1? And then we have the tools. Obviously not going to be picking up any of these. They are very, very overpriced. $50 for the Citadel fine detail cutters, $35 for the drill, $25 for the mold line remover. And then we have one of the tools is missing, the blade. The Twice Dead King Rain paperback, $16. Briardark paperback, $16. Kasrkin hardback, $27. Void King hardback, $27. And then we have White Dwarf 481 for $11. The War Scroll cards. So now we're into last week's stuff as well. We have the Citadel Tools knife. Here it is for $34. I think if anything, this is probably the most appealing, just to see if this actually serves a purpose and stops the blade from coming undone. But it would take extensive testing to do that. So we'll see if that's in the cards. And then just a bunch of stuff from last week. Still have time to get Bayard's Revenge if you're interested in that. We have the new battle tomes for Lumineth and Sons of Bahamut. And then all of the other releases. Still have the limited edition Sons of Bahamut battle tome. And then it looks like a couple of items gone now. The biggest one that I'm noticing that's out here is the Lord of the Rings Battle of Osgiliath. So that must be a good set. It has been in and out of stock a couple times, and that was the pre-order basically to get it before Christmas. So people must be showing some kind of interest in it, which is good for Lord of the Rings players. So, but yeah, that's basically it for this week's pre-orders. So for me, I'm obviously going to be picking up the new Kill Team. Very excited for that. I do like both of the new teams. I think we're overdue for Necrons, and then Kasrkins are pretty awesome as well. I was hoping they would be a little bit more similar to the Stormtroopers or Tempestus Scions. So it would kind of be like replacing that team, and then you could play either the Scions or the Kasrkins, because they're essentially like the same thing in 40k. But that does not appear to be the case because the stats are different on them. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. We'll see in time. These models look great. I would definitely be excited to paint some of these up. They look absolutely awesome. Definitely killed it with these. The detail is great. All the models are super unique. There's some really cool options. Like I love the vest on the demo guy, the cloak on the sniper. I mean, they did a phenomenal job with these. They look great. And then as far as the Necrons, I know there's a little bit of disappointment amongst Necron players or collectors because it is just an upgrade sprue. And, also people had complained that the little reanimator and the other like little scythe guy, the little creature constructs, are just like generic and cut off of the old base and then just slapped on here. I mean, they're kind of like generic models in general. I don't know how like super unique they would be, but I get what people are saying. It feels like a little bit of a bummer because it is just like recycled old model, recycled old kit and an upgrade sprue. But a lot of the kill teams in the first edition got that as well, so it's not that surprising. And to tell you the truth, the stuff that comes off of the sprue is like super cool. It basically lets you make this really good looking model right here. He looks really similar to a special character that was sold previously for like $30. So that alone's pretty cool. Now, obviously selling the special character for $30 is crazy. Really cool model and part of the upgrade sprue. This is a really cool model as well. I've always been a fan of this guy. And then honestly, this looks a lot like the, little chain kind of stuff that's hanging down off of the guy from the Indominus set. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. So I get what people are saying. Could have been a little more unique. Could have been a little cooler. But overall, I really like it. I think it's a great team. The old Necron team was very lackluster. And typically you were getting 8 to 10 guys. So now you're still getting 8 guys, but you could build them with the alternative pieces. So you could essentially build 5 Death Marks, or you could build 5 Immortals, or you could build a combination of those, including the special character, and then these just each take 1 away. But these are 2 extra guys, and then this is obviously the character separate. So a really nice setup. I do like it. It would have been cooler to see all new stuff, but I totally get it, and I think they did a great job with it. My biggest complaint is just how quickly it came out, but I do understand, with boarding actions and everything, and just the way things are. GW might have been trying to just rush it out to get some sales in as things are getting a little wild around the world. But super cool. The terrain from the set is awesome. I've had some people comment back that their terrain required no prep work at all. I do find that a little hard to believe, since literally I could like stand on mine and try to like force it into place, and it was that hard to get in. So it seems strange that other people were able to like fully paint theirs and then just gently slide it in and apart with no problems. But the internet is a funny place, so maybe some of the sets are messed up and others are not. So make sure you check your connections beforehand, but it would be great if they fix that issue. Obviously, these are definitely the coolest new pieces of the terrain. The alternative little guys here, the little bomb and everything, very cool. There's some super cool new rules for the heavy bolter turret and everything. Definitely a neat set right here. I am definitely looking forward to this. A little disappointing that they just recycled the same game board. It is a really, really cool game board, but and you can just flip it over. It is double-sided, so both sides could be unique. I did think they were going to do a little bit more like themed for like a Necron board or a Tyranid board or Necron terrain or Tyranid terrain. I mean, it's definitely still got to be compatible, but it would have been easy to kind of add some additional stuff to kind of spice it up a little bit. And this is the only new terrain sprue in the set. So you do get one of these. It's got a couple of the piles of weapons. It's got the pieces, the little inserts for like objectives, etc. 6 of those total. And then it has one of the heavy bolter little turrets and one of the little bomb robot / saw pieces. So pretty cool overall, and then just lots of repeats of the original stuff, and then of course a book as well. So that's the big one for me. Definitely picking up Shadowvaults. Excited for that one. But I believe that is it. Didn't jump on the tools or anything. Would be cool to review those and everything, but honestly, I'm not going to spend that money to review them and just say, hey, they're neat, but they're way overpriced, because I can just do that now. I think the playing cards are pretty cool as well. $18 is too pricey for me, though. I'm not going to pay $18 for these playing cards, although it is neat. I can understand someone picking it up. I think the Kasrkins hardback book is probably going to be pretty neat. Also the Briardark as well. Both those kind of stood out at me. I did pick up the Bayard's Revenge, so looking forward to getting my hands on that bad boy. But yeah, that's it. Gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Let me know what you're gonna be picking up. Some of these Vanguards are pretty good deals. I know people are hyped up for the Gargants, the new books, all that stuff. So I always like to hear back from you guys. I do appreciate everybody that takes the time to comment. Really helps out the channel with engagements. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I just passed over 6,000 subscribers. Honestly, just super happy with the community and the growth and everything, and couldn't do it without you guys. So go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back from me. And obviously, make sure to like and subscribe if you're into daily reactions, reviews, and news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, and pretty much any of GW's tabletop games. That's it for today. I am Warhammer Man. This is Warhammer Man Studios, and I'm out of here.